Hey everybody, welcome to Rebootleggers. This is a comedy podcast where we reboot old things and new things, usually old things to be new.
Sometimes future things.
In such a way that we think is better. My name is Scott Owen.
I'm Frank Serra.
I don't know why I said it that way. But today, we're going back to 2005, and we're going to touch the show. I don't want to say it that way. We're going to reboot the show Get Ed, which Frank has never seen.
Nope. That's not going to stop me, and it's not going to stop many people.
You remember Jetix?
I remember Jetix on the Disney XD.
It was on Toon Disney, which then became Disney XD. It was like, was Jetix their attempt at Toonami, but like...
Yeah.
It wasn't anime. It was just like, I don't even know what Jetix's deal was.
Well, it was like in Europe, Jetix was its own TV station that got like cross programming in America, like.
Oh, really?
A lot of like European
Jetix
shows.
used to be Fox Kids in Europe.
Yeah.
Interesting. So then Disney like took
so
them.
You just got educated, but now we're about to get Ed.
Educated. Oh boy.
Because my joke.
So this was a weird. So this is from 2005, and it's a show about it's like future, but it's in a city.
Nothing. Hold on a second. Nothing you say can beat the actual sentence from Wikipedia that I'm about to read.
Okay, go ahead and hit me.
Ed is a genetically engineered teen made by the instructions of an ancient alien artifact. As he tries to uncover his origins, he works on the Dojo crew, the Dojo being like the team in the show.
Dojo Deliveries. Is their company.
As a delivery boy. On top of delivering packages and figuring out his identity, Ed's side job is fighting evil. He has many equipments that he finds on his journey.
Whose technology? That's right.
Thought to be gifts from the aliens. Due to being created as a teenager, he lacks life experience and can be dense and gullible. But sometimes he gets flashes of future events to help him and his friends.
What?
I'm sorry. So you're a... What is the boy, the Japanese boy who's an android boy?
Astro Boy?
Yeah, so this is basically an Astro Boy made from the instructions of an alien. I guess they also left the parts of the instructions.
Yeah, it's
IKEA style.
It's weird to me.
But he also, in addition to being an alien android, he gets visions of the future, which is not science.
Or is it if time is just a construct?
There are so many things happening all at the same time for Ed.
I like that it's funny too, because in the plot summary it says Ed is a quote genetically unquote enhanced teen, and then in his character bio it's just he was genetically engineered.
Made from instructions of an alien.
The first thing makes it sound like he's a regular teen who they messed with.
Also, the fact that the Dojo delivery crew is like literal like delivery couriers that exist right now.
It's like Premium Rush.
And their mentor's name is Old School.
Not Old School. Old School. There's no D. O-L
So they don't
apostrophe.
have any of that new school.
And it's school with a K.
Well, yeah, it was 2005. School was spelled with a K.
He's an old white man with very long, like he's balding, but he's got very big beard that it's for some reason in the animation he looks like his beard is made of dreadlocks, and he wears a t-shirt and sunglasses and cargo shorts, and he's also a DJ, but he runs a courier service. Oh, I forgot. They do have a very good like Power Rangers-esque montage sequence where they all like every time they go out on a delivery, they have to like get their armor on. And it's this whole like
you gotta pad those minutes out.
Yeah, and so like I remember, so I watched this show when it was on in 2005, which makes me 16 years old when this was on, and I watched this show, and I remember really enjoying it, even though the premise is bonkers. It's like Futurama but unironic. Like we're a delivery company, and then for some reason, this bad guy named Dr. Bedlam is constantly trying to steal their deliveries.
The delivery company job, though, has nothing to do with fighting evil. It's always coincidental.
It's always coincidental, except it's weird. Like, I'm pretty sure,
But then also there's flashes of the future.
Yeah. So the bad guy, Dr. Bedlam, his main goal is to just control the city. It's called Progress City. It's very future-y. They've got, like, flying cars. It's all neon and stuff.
The city of tomorrow.
It looks like they live inside Tron, but they're not inside a computer. But so of course he and Old School were once business partners. Then Bedlam cheated him out, and now he's like, he's got like clones and shit. But his main thing is he's just constantly trying to steal their packages that they're delivering because he wants to control the city. I don't know how that translates. Oh, and he also wants to change his genetic signature to match Ed's for some reason. Like he wants to be an alien boy.
So that he can upgrade himself, probably? I don't know.
Yeah. This show only had one season. It was 26 episodes, and then it got canceled because I guess, I don't know why. Like, I don't know if it was just because it was about couriers or like what, but it seems like it would check all the boxes of a successful show that kids would love. It's got like...
Kids cannot get enough bike messaging.
Well, and that's... Each kid had their own,
that's
like...
one thing that I know is that, like, firefighters, policemen, doctors, they're all second class to bike messengers.
It's true, except it's on... And then take the bike messengers and give each one their own, like, extreme sports style vehicle of the future.
Not to mention, by the way, a title. You get like a title. Ed, the Protector.
For some reason in their synopsis it also says their symbol, it says his symbol is the Protector, whatever the hell that means. But yeah, so did you want to go through all of their things, or we can do that on character?
We can get to it as it comes.
Yeah, but so basically it's what if like extreme sports teens were also delivery couriers, and then they progressively, like, at least the main character progressively gets like cooler gear and like powers up and stuff. You'd think it checked all the boxes that kids would love, and yet it only got one season. Oh, this show. Okay. Well, let's get into segment 1, Love It or Leave It.
Love me or leave me or let me be lonely.
Let's talk about what we want to keep and what we want to get rid of. I want to keep, genetically engineered extreme sports courier boy.
Who gets psychic visions and is from an alien.
So you definitely want to keep psychic visions.
I want to keep the fact that Ed's, like, the hero tropes being applied to Ed are like 4 layers deep.
That's true. He's got like all of the, that's a really good point. Yeah, he's genetically
like
engineered boy.
Orphans.
Yeah, orphan, genetically
Special
engineered.
origin. Visions.
Chosen by a higher power. Like
he's just stacking them.
Yeah, they took every single... Maybe that's the problem. They took every single hero trope and threw him into this one boy. I definitely... So, we're keeping that they're bike couriers, or just couriers. I think we said that.
Yeah, so there is one thing. I want them to be couriers, but I think it's boring if they're just currying, like, normal people's packages. I want them to be, like... I want them to curry, like... Not... Can they curry things like in like the Matrix? You know what I mean? Like
you want them to enter a computer and deliver me my emails.
Or like I want them yes. Okay. Or curry like an abstract concept of like having a happy day to somebody.
Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. I was actually
but maybe the email thing I think is what's going to have more traction.
So you want to keep courier but get rid of traditional packages.
Yeah.
I actually I might be
like
swayed.
Like a child's smile.
You might have swayed me, but originally I was the opposite feeling where I want it to be more mundane. I was almost wanting it to be basically like what if Amazon made a TV show about people who deliver their packages.
Like evil people trying to get your like travel coffee tumbler. Like...
Yeah, like this is how Amazon same day delivery works, where it's like super intense and maybe I guess if that show was going to exist, it would be about a small scrappy company who has to deal with avoiding Amazon's drones from stealing them. Yeah, because
they're already named Dojo Delivery.
Yeah, they are named Dojo Delivery.
With the kung fu and whatnot.
Because dojos were cool in the 2000s. I don't think I want to... Do we want to keep, like, weird old man boss mentor guy?
Oh, like Master Roshi mixed with Professor Farnsworth? Hell yes.
Okay, and you want him to still be a DJ? Like, he's very cool?
So Ed's getting pulled in 7 directions, so why can't the delivery company CEO be a DJ?
What's weird, too, Old School made Ed, but as far as I can remember from the show, at no point does he, like, act like he's Ed's dad. He just acts like he's Ed's boss. Like, in no way ever are they, like, is it, like, a family thing?
You're late. I'm docking your pay.
Yeah, it was very much like he was like the cool boss mentor from every single show. Like it was weird. So do we want to make it?
Honestly, I can go either way with it. Do you want to just backburner that decision?
Yeah, let's backburn it. Did he still create Ed?
Yes, but I like from Alien IKEA instructions.
Okay. It sounds like we love everything
was
about this
listed.
show, and we just want to try to fix it for them.
I want to have less. I want to have less characters because right now, Dojo
He's got to
Delivery
have his
has
team.
has 8 characters though. He can have a smaller team.
Wait, what? Dojo Delivery has 5 kids, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it just has 5 delivery kids. It's like a Power Rangers team, and each of them has a color.
No, they have a symbol.
They have a symbol and a color and a special vehicle. Like,
And a
it's very
special
Power
vehicle.
Rangers.
So many toy opportunities.
Right? Like, how did this show fail? Maybe it's because they didn't make toys. So you don't like them having a 5-kid team. You want fewer kids? I mean, okay, I will say I could very much get rid of the green kid because he's supposed to be like the comedy boy where he was, because this was the 2000s, right? So there was that role of LOL so random kid.
Oh God, yeah. Let's get rid of that.
His name was Loogie. His symbol is the Joker.
He's out. He's gone. You're good. You can. He's out.
He had a catfish puppet always just on
Loogie
his
doesn't
one hand.
live here.
He always had a puppet always on his hand that he would talk to and then make it talk back. Like, it was bad and dumb. Although his vehicle was the rocket-powered inline skates, though. It's okay. We can take his skates. We can get rid of him and keep his skates. You had, so then the other team, you had Dietz the Dreamer, she's pink. She's a girl. She had a jetpack with wings. She and Ed had a mutual crush that, they never really acted on to kind of get those tweens interested. Her parents, and she used to work for the bad guy. That was her thing. Because her dad, that bad guy was blackmailing her because he kidnapped her computer programmer parents. She's also a computer programmer.
Nice.
Former. So then you got Burn the Warrior. He's the tank, I guess. He's big and buff and has flames on all his stuff.
Oh yeah.
And his vehicle is a weird monocycle.
Okay.
And
you take a big wheel, you chop it in half, you keep the front.
Yep. Yeah, it's and then you had Fizz the Builder, who's the other girl, and she's small. She's like the small team member. There's always a small one, but she's like the smart one. Like, they're all smart. Well, Ed's not smart.
But she's the Donatello.
Yeah, and she has a scooter.
Like a razor scooter.
No, it looks more
Fuck.
like
It's a razor scooter.
well, it's a hover scooter, but it's like really wide.
like a rascal?
No, it's more like it's razor. It's the same type of scooter as a razor scooter, but it's not. It's like weird. It's like wide. It's like if someone took a skateboard and it's like, how Marty McFly's hoverboard was originally like a hover scooter. He takes the handlebars off of it.
Yeah, okay.
It's like that.
All right. And then we're Luigi's out.
Luigi's the hell out. I think we got to keep Dr. Simon Bedlam. We need that.
Gotta have a villain.
We can change the roles a bit. I want to leave behind the chuggy guitar soundtrack from the early 2000s that was so popular. It was like a mix of metal guitar and rap. Kind of Limp Bizkit-y, but not that bad.
Okay.
It's more like as I'm saying, it's more like if the Tony Hawk Pro Skater soundtrack, which is actually like great, I think.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna. There's another villain here that I just want to make sure we cover here.
Uh-huh.
His name's Crouch.
Crouch?
So he's Bedlam Industries' robot CEO, a man with a toaster for a head. That's the sentence of his description.
Okay.
He is incompetent, acts immature, and fears Bedlam's wrath above all else when his plans fail.
Why is he the CEO?
After being asked why Bedlam keeps Crouch around, Bedlam stated, quote, "I need the toast."
That's very funny.
So Crouch is going to be in our show.
Crouch is going to be in the show. And
Crouch, the man with a toaster for a head that actively makes toast with his head toaster.
All of the other villains, so there's Dr. Bedlam, and then literally every other villain is just a thing that was made by Dr. Bedlam.
Mm-hmm.
Crumbelina, Crouch's robot wife, who looks more like Crouch in a dress and a wig. Originally a computer simulation, she appeared in the real world. Okay, we have to keep her.
Yeah, Crouch and Crumbelina, because Crumble, like the crumble crumbs of the toaster.
Yeah, and then you've got Spiker, who's a Terminator robot created by Bedlam, and then Omnirex, a large T-Rex kept by Bedlam. End description. No more description. He just has a T-Rex.
So Bedlam just kind of Rita repulses just different monsters just right out of his ass every week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Other characters: DJ Dive, Dirk Cheap, the sole employee of Dirk Cheap Deliveries, who reports to his mother, who addresses him as dispatcher.
Okay. There's maybe something there.
So it sounds like this is a world where there's lots of competing delivery companies. Delivery companies are basically street gangs.
Lots of deliveries. So Amazon, UPS, FedEx. Yeah, they never got a foothold.
They never got a foothold. Zero, a robot created by Crouch under Bedlam's order, who suffered a failure that brought him to his own consciousness. Then he becomes a
I
Fred.
don't even know what that sentence means.
I've been brought to my own consciousness. Yeah, okay. Do we want to keep all, like, this is a lot of villains, but we kind of...
Yeah, I definitely want to keep... We obviously have to keep Bedlam. I want to keep Crouch and Crumbleina.
Crouch and Crumbleina for sure.
It's a package deal.
What I love is that... So Dr. Bedlam owns the company. He's like the company head, and his whole thing is he's trying to take over the city, but for some reason, Crouch is the CEO.
Yeah, I think it might be like a tax haven thing.
Oh, maybe. Like, you make the robot a CEO, and then, like, if the company gets sued, Bedlam's free and clear.
Crouch is the one going to jail, and Crumbleina is crying.
Yeah, okay.
Now, one thing we definitely can't forget is that Ed has many equipments to find along his journey.
Has many equipments. That's a big thing. They all start out with these cool, like, grappling. There's these grappling hooks, except they don't look like guns. They just look like these, like, they look like lightsaber handles, but then they just shoot out a grappling hook, and then they use those to, like, grab packages and do sweet, like, flips and tight turns and stuff. So that's just standard
equipment. There's no sense of the word fragile being marked on a package in this world.
Or I think maybe it's just the in the future, the packaging is very, very, very good.
Oh, like super peanuts.
Yeah, I was really hoping that the Get Ed dedicated wiki would have a list of all of Ed's many equipments. But no, it just under equipment, it just said his primary vehicle is a hoverboard, and he has an integrated AI program in his suit called Torch.
So you're the one that has seen the show, Scott.
It's been a while,
When Ed gets his flashes of the future events, what does that look like?
I don't remember. Let me see.
Does he just hand to his temple and say, like, I've got a flash of a future event that can help me or my friends?
I don't think. I'm pretty sure.
Is it like only when Mr. Bedlam like really clocks him on the noggin and then he's like, I remember the aliens?
It's when he's nearby something, whatever an artifact is, or sometimes it's just like his own equipment. But he'll like. It's one of those
like
things.
Awakens alien stuff.
Yeah, and it's
some real
kind of exactly what you'd
shit.
expect, where it's like it zooms in on his face, and then it does that animation thing that things do a lot, where it looks like we're flying through a tunnel. Nothing is stylized or anything to make it look like a future vision. It just shows exactly the thing that he's going to go do, or the thing that he's looking for. In this first episode, they're like, where's the package we're supposed to pick up? And he's like, I don't know. It's not like I can just close my eyes and know where it is. And then after he jokingly says that, he has a vision of it just sitting on top of this tower, just normal as is. And then they go and get it. Oh, shit. I remember this thing. The first artifact is this crazy. It basically looks like a double-bladed lightsaber.
Fuck yes. So that that's one of the many equipments he gets.
Yeah, this is one of his many equipments. I remember it being weird though because
so they don't deliver that package, by the way. I guess.
No, and it's weird because the tips of this double-bladed lightsaber are like, so it's basically this rod with two like these cones on each end of it, and then the cones fly out and attached to the cones and the rod are these like blue lightsaber beams. So instead of like, it's got these metal cones on the end of it and then lightsaber beams in the middle of it. It's weird. Because you can't really stab with it. You can basically just whack with it. So we should probably keep... The future visions, should we make them look cooler, or...
Oh, we're definitely going to make them look cooler. We need to decide whether he's delivering, like, Last Will and Testament document packages, or if he's delivering, like, emails inside the internet.
Can it be both?
Can it be both? Is there going to be Matrix episodes where they have to plug into the mainframe?
Yeah, or what if it's just like, in this world...
Like, their normal world is a Tron world, but people in that world still need extra pairs of jeans?
Or it's like, in the future... Okay, what about it's like, to the person who orders it, it's like an almost instantaneous, like, teleport delivery system, but behind the scenes, like, there's actual couriers who have to enter the system and deliver it.
God, yes. They're all, like, the Dojo delivery is always in the Matrix, and they're literally delivering it to your, like, teleport pod. but it all happens at the speed of light. But for them, it's like happening over like days.
Yeah. So sometimes it's just an email to your computer, but sometimes it's a physical thing to your teleport pod.
And that's what they have, like, the data of they're holding, like, this is a double-ended lightsaber, but the lasers are somehow blunt instead of cutting.
Yeah.
And then he just goes like, I'm going to keep this one. Amazon will refund them.
Yeah, and now that we're basically already there, so I'm just going to say we're going to start our second segment called When and Where, where we talk about setting and genre. And so the setting
Where?
is
The Matrix.
Yeah, they're basically
When?
in the Matrix.
The year 4000.
So Progress City is actually like the delivery network that it's basically just the internet because all the different because they also have to fight different like they have to compete with different couriers.
It's like instead of Amazon now, it's like progresscity.net.
Yeah.
And Dojo Delivery is one of the contractors for projects.
Yeah,
for
so it's like
City.
it's like if when someone places an Amazon order, instead of just them shipping it via UPS or the mail or something, all the courier companies basically have to then compete to get to the starting point, like get the package.
Oh hell yes! And then whoever gets it is delivering it for the money.
And then and you're allowed to like they'll try to steal it en route and stuff.
This
it's
is
not
full
just,
contact.
Yeah, it's not just whoever gets it first is the delivery person. It's whoever actually makes it to the delivery point. So anybody can steal it while it's in transit.
This is like mega robot surfboard Quidditch.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, surfboard Quidditch. Yeah, okay, so then this okay, so
and that's why dojos are such a big thing is they have to fight while delivering. And that's where Ed's many equipments will also factor in.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to come up with our own list of his many equipments because the wikis are just not helping me.
He's got talismans from Jackie Chan Adventures. He's got all of the Shengang Wu from Shaolin Showdown.
Oh,
we're just gonna...
damn, I forgot about the Shengang Wu. He's just got many equipments, and then Future Vision, and...
Oh, we gotta have Tron guy in the background of every episode.
Just a Tron guy?
Just like the pineapples in Psych. I know I already did that last week.
You did, but I mean, everyone in this show kind of already looks like a Tron. Well, not quite. They do have glowy armors, kind of. And when they're not wearing their armors, each of them is wearing like this weird, like, onesie, basically.
Like appropriately colored for their Power Ranger color. Yeah.
The orange guy is actually, like, he's not fully orange. The top half of his suit is black, and then it's like orange flames coming up from the legs and sleeves. His name is Burn, so that makes sense. Okay,
yeah, that's tracking.
I mean, we got our setting. It's just competing digital delivery companies trying to deliver your emails and your packages.
Yeah, and don't forget that Ed has not only many equipments, but helpful visions of future events.
Many equipments and helpful visions of future events. Okay, let's go to segment 3. Who can it be?
Who can it be now?
This is where we talk about characters and casting. Now, this is going to be all voiced acting. So even though these are teens, we thankfully don't actually have to get teens, which is good for us because, as you all know, we're not good at.
We're not good.
We don't
at
know
teens.
who teens are.
We're not. Neither of us are teens anymore.
Do we just go with the big hits? Do we go with some lesser known voice actors?
There is something
that we
I wanted
love?
to raise.
Hit
so
me.
I using Google.com's Google Image Service, I searched the phrase "Get Ed." Now, many of these results are from the show. However, about a third of these results are pictures of musician Ed Sheeran.
Oh. Do you want to do some sort of cross promotion thing?
Yeah, can Ed Sheeran be Ed?
Be the titular Ed.
He writes original songs for the show for free because he's in the show.
Is Ed gonna sing songs in the show, or is it just like soundtrack?
We'll get him in the studio and we'll see what he feels like doing.
Okay.
Like maybe he wants Ed to sing in an episode.
Yeah. Okay.
Like he enters American Idol.
Right.
Because his helpful vision of the future told him to.
I want to get Dante Bosco back. I haven't seen much from him lately, and he's good.
He's always a treasure.
Always a treasure. He could be Burn, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, because Zuko.
He was Zuko.
I honestly didn't put that together. He was the only other boy character who's not Ed, who's already Ed Sheeran. I mean, he could be old school if we want old school to sound very young, because that's kind of Dante Bosco's whole thing is his voice never aged past 16. I mean, I don't think we can get the big like Nolan North or
I don't think the
Troy
show can afford
Baker. Does Troy Baker actually do anything that's not video games?
I think that he has done some anime work. I know
Oh,
that
he
video
has,
game
you're
voice
right.
actors have a lot of overlap with anime dubs for some reason.
Yeah, Troy Baker, I'm pretty sure, is in, or maybe it's Nolan North. One of them's in Gurren Lagann that I realized. It's Nolan North. We could just get everybody from Critical Role.
Yeah, dude. Just what's up?
So we've got.
We can tweet at them right now.
We got Laura Bailey. She could be Dietz, and then we'll just get Travis Willingham, who was my boy Colonel Roy Mustang, and he can be. I guess he's got to be either old school or Dr. Bedlam.
Can we get like Microsoft Sam to be Crouch?
Sure.
Because he's a toaster.
Yeah, and I think you can get that for free.
Yeah, I think that I can do that right now on my computer.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
It can't be that hard.
That'd be fine. And then we could get. We could get. I don't know. Who's another? We could get. What's her name? Shit. Ashley. She's in.
Just the first person named Ashley that shows up.
No, she's.
We just put out a casting call for Ashley.
I can't remember her last name.
I'm
Johnson. Ashley Johnson. She voices Gwen in the
the original Ben 10.
No, the second Ben 10 where they're teenagers. She's in she's in The Last of Us. She's in she actually has a very minor role in the first Avengers movie. But she's one of those voice actresses who just has basically one voice, but it's like she's kind of like a Kristen Shaw, where it's like a very unique voice.
It's a voice people want. Yeah.
So you can just keep doing that voice, just slightly different. She can be Fizz, and then so is Roy Mustang going to be old school or Dr. Bedlam?
I want him to be Dr. Bedlam. I want that deep. I want that deep timbre.
Deep timbre.
I was thinking for old school. I've been rewatching Angel recently.
Oh, have you?
And I really want to get David Boreanaz in the mix.
Okay, sure. Make him
because he can just be like Bones by accident, and then like we laugh because we know he was in Bones. But then he says this dialogue.
Okay, yeah, I think that would work.
He'd be like, "All right, come on, Bones. Oh, I mean Ed.
Ed Bones.
Because that'd be funny.
You talk about the Bones.
Would that be funny if he did that?
It would be so funny.
Yeah, like he mentions bones like every other episode by accident.
Yeah.
Or like look at these bones, and then he looks into the camera, even though it's a cartoon.
Yeah, and he's like, "Your robot, your electrogenetic bones, because I made you, Ed.
I made you. Here's the instructions.
And here's your.
Now there were two extra bolts, but you're not broken, so I think it's all right.
He's like, "Hello, I have created you. I have given you life. I am your creator. Please fill out this W-4."
Yeah, you're also late, and we're not paying you for this time.
Yeah, but just get your W-4 to HR by the end of the week if you could. I am gonna need your I-9, so we're gonna need that that ID.
He's an independent vendor. He's not even an employee. Like,
so you're gonna have to go get some ID.
You're gonna have to also get your own health insurance because you're an independent contractor.
Ooh, that sucks. That's tough. Yeah. I mean, you gotta cut costs somehow. It's hard.
You know what? Working that stuff into the pilot will be really good too, because we can release like a 30-minute special about like
labor laws,
the way that taxes work and labor laws. Of like Ed teaches you how to like get an I-9,
and it can be like maybe like it's a not often recurring, but recurring enough where it's like Ed's contract he's got to like figure out how to.
He's got to renegotiate.
He's got to renegote all that stuff. This is great.
His overtime wasn't approved, and so he doesn't get paid for it.
Well, yeah, and it could be really interesting too, like just for the kids, delving into what does it look like to be a digital company, like what laws apply, I think maybe that's a lot of what the original show was missing, was those like tax law
slices of life.
Yeah, those things, just everyday things.
Ed's got to put in some PTO because it's his mom's birthday, but then a big delivery comes in.
And then Ed remembers he doesn't have a mom because old school made him
because he was made from an alien. Yeah, but then he has a vision of the future, a helpful vision of the future about something like
where his mom gives him one of his many equipments, and he's like, "I didn't know I had a mom." And then
old school says, "You don't have a mom, Bones. I mean Ed."
Old school, I remember I made you, but I did give you some of my own memories. But also
like he can give him. He's like, these are the 2 extra bolts that left over when I built you.
Yeah. Is that a
You can
thing
ha-
from
you can-
something?
You can hold on. That's just like a joke about like putting IKEA stuff. Is like,
Oh, right.
like
right.
sometimes
There's
you get
always
to the
extra
end and you're
things.
like, oh, I have this screw that I didn't use, but
Instead of giving him some of his own memories, literally all he did was he just went to YouTube and just found like a bunch of random family videos because people put those on YouTube and then just like uploaded them into this kid's brain. So he's got like many memories of many different families that he thinks are all his
Mhm.
own. And then, I mean,
like very conflicting.
one of the things in the show, I don't remember how much they went into this, but it was kind of, I remember it happening sometimes where kind of his thing was because he was, created and not a regular boy, there's like a lot of things he doesn't understand about being a kid. And so it's like, what do you mean hang out? Like stuff kind of like that. So do we want
I don't know what a sody pop is.
Yeah, do we want to do stuff like that or not?
I don't know. I guess a little bit tiring. I think that he will come at it from the other angle. So he got like a digital emotionless download of like what facts mean, but he doesn't understand like
The nuance.
yeah, or he'll just be like Dietz will be like, hey, I got you this soda, and then he'll just be like, oh, I'm not thirsty.
And then he's like, are we dating? And she's like,
yeah,
what? No.
he's like, is this what marriage? Are we married now?
He says, I'm not thirsty. And she goes, oh, well, no, I mean, I just got it because I was going and I thought it'd be nice to get you one. Like, I thought you'd like one. And then he goes hard the other way because he still doesn't know. And he's like, oh, are we married? And she's like, what? No, like, I'm just getting you a
Yes.
soda, buddy.
Because he goes like, well, for the taxes, we might as well get married.
Yeah. And then,
For the tax breaks.
But she does find his, his,
Are they still
naivete.
16?
Maybe they're 20s.
Yeah, they're probably 20s. They're digital. They just get wound up
Yeah.
like a dial. He just like bloop, make
Yeah.
him 20.
Yeah. That's fine. Okay, so then okay, so we got our cast. Let's hit up final segment. What's going on? And we're gonna just we'll plot out another pilot. First point of order, I mean, we generally don't dabble in the 11-minute short form shows. I assume we're gonna continue that, and we'll just make this a standard 22-minute runtime with occasional double episode special events to deal with taxes and labor laws and stuff.
Yeah. And
Okay.
like webisodes about filling out a W-4, whether to claim single 1, single 0, double 0.
Yeah, okay. So in
best tax
episode
software reviews.
in episode 1 of the original show, Ed is he already has been created. He's just already on the team. Like they seem to kind of bury the lead on you're a genetic boy, you're an engineered boy.
You're an electrogenetically engineered boy.
Yeah, electrogenetically engineered. So like, do we want to? I assume we want our first episode. Do we want to show him getting made?
I think we see like a big box arrives at Old School's house,
Mm-hmm.
and he opens it, and he's like, oh, I don't remember ordering anything.
Oh, my boy came.
And then he opens the instructions, and there's an outline of a man, a boy.
Oh, right, because the
and he
instructions
says,
are from
"Oh."
Aliens.
Yeah, and it's an outline it's the shape of a boy, and Old School says like whoa.
Damn.
And then even though the package doesn't belong to him, he opens it and then builds the boy, I think.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what you do. If Amazon incorrectly delivers a package to your house, you're not gonna go through the hassle of getting them to come get it. You're just gonna keep that.
Yeah, it's right of conquest.
You're gonna keep that set of coasters that you didn't want.
So he makes, maybe that's a plot point. Maybe the boy, maybe Ed was never supposed to go to Old School.
Oh.
Maybe Bedlam ordered the
Bedlam
boy.
ordered the boy from the aliens because he's got that money.
Yes.
So then maybe does that mean there's nothing actually like there's no destiny or anything, like there's no like actual importance or significance around Ed? He's literally just a boy. Like anyone
Bedlam
can
is
order
just
that kit.
Super vindictive about getting what he paid for.
Yeah, anyone can order that kit if you've got a lot of money. It's just, and so Bedlam's just pissed that someone got his boy, and so now he's trying to get that boy back. Maybe he's just expensive enough that Bedlam can't justify on.
Yeah. It's a bespoke son.
He can't. There's no way corporate is gonna approve 2 of those on the expense report. Even though Bedlam is the owner, he's still, he just as a show of good faith to the
He's
employees.
got to report to the shareholders.
Got to report to the shareholders. So he can't just order a second boy. He just needs to get his boy back, And then also continue his, trying to take over the world by stealing other people's packages.
Because that's the thing. He needs Ed's help of Visions of the Future. He
Mm-hmm.
needs Ed's many equipments to do it.
Maybe that'll be like a big twist, is it's like couriers, they've got a code. Like, yes, it's okay for us to steal packages from other couriers, but we still always deliver them to the customer. You took something from the customer, old school. It'll be like a mid-season twist where we realize, like, he did a bad thing to get this boy.
Yes, where it was like my deepest shame.
My deepest shame is I stole from the customer, even though the customer was evil Dr. Bedlam. But
It was you, Ed.
I stole.
And then Ed's like, it's like, I don't even know you, boss, but you're not my dad.
It's like I didn't even know you, Mr. Old School.
Mr. Old School, sir. Also, did you approve that vacation time?
Yeah,
that
I
put in
did. I
for?
do need. I mean, my family's going on that trip in a couple weeks, and I
Oh,
do
I
need
don't
to
have
get
a
that.
family. Oh my
wait.
god.
Like all of his requests are for family related things. They're just constantly reminding him, "You don't have one of those, buddy." And he's like, "Ah, damn."
He knows he doesn't, but he keeps forgetting.
Yeah.
Like,
He's like, "Shit, right? I don't have that. I don't need to take this PTO. I can just work forever like a good robot boy." And my many equipments. So episode 1. So the box comes in the mail, and then do we just flash? Oh, I guess we don't flash forward 16 years because he is made as a 16-year-old or a 19,
we
20-year-old
flash
boy.
forward tomorrow.
And he's got a 20-year-old son who he's just part of his delivery crew now, and then all the other kids are like, what the hell, you're just building employees now? He's like, no, it's just a one-time thing. He's from Aliens.
Yeah, it's just a boy.
He's just the boy Ed, and he sings a song about being a new boy. No, maybe just a song. We got to talk to Ed Sheeran about if he wants this to be a musical show or just a show with music.
Yeah, it's 100% up to him. We can go either way with it.
And
Ed.
it's a completely different contract that I'm not I don't have the authority at this point to make that call without talking to Ed and Ed's agent. Okay, so then so he makes the boy, and then do they just like go on their first delivery and he gets his many equipments?
They need to deliver a hard light, non-cutting, double-edged lightsaber.
Which he does just keep.
To just the sweatiest nerd that just needs this lightsaber.
But then Ed keeps it.
He has to fight off enemies from Bedlam while he's using it. Huh. So then he finally goes to deliver it, and then he gets a big red X because the sweaty nerd canceled his pre-order.
Oh, he canceled it. And so then he gets to keep it.
He gets to keep
The sweaty nerd's mom or significant other is like, dude, come on, you can't order that.
Yeah.
That's not a wise use of your money. And he's like, you know what? That's a really good point. I'll cancel the order.
Mm-hmm. And it's already out for delivery, and that means that they get to keep it.
Yeah, that's one of the weird things about instant digital deliveries is that when you cancel, they're like, well, we've already crafted the resource. We've already got the data. So I guess the courier gets to keep it. So then Ed's got that weird lightsaber.
And that's the first of his many equipments that he uses.
I think it's the second of his many equipments because the first is his standard issue rocket hover skateboard.
Yeah.
That he has. And so then Byrne is like, I have this unicycle. I got dibs on the next returned order, new guy. Maybe. Like, do we want to actually plot out anything with these other characters?
Yeah, so they get like a big electrical whip, or like
each of them gets their
night
own
vision goggles, but you can see what in the room is worth the most money.
So each of them. Okay, so maybe this episode is like.
One of them is like a DVD. I mean, you don't. They're not all winners. One of them is like the Complete Friends collection on DVD.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, oh, no, you're up in the rotation for the free stuff, and that's yours, man. Sorry.
What if part of this show is live action, where like in the real world, it's just live action footage of people ordering things on future Amazon
We can
or
Osmosis
whatever.
Jones the fuck out of this.
Yeah, where it's just future people ordering from future Amazon, and then when we go into the computer, it's all CG little cartoony kids.
Yeah. There's just some Sky Mall dude like, oh, I need a self-inflating neck pillow that takes 4D batteries.
Okay, and then so is this episode about each of them just like claiming returned goods? Like each of them gets one of their
and they
many
kind of
equipments?
form a group identity
Where they fight other couriers to get.
Yeah, and Bedlam is always trying to get up
He's just
in
constantly
Ed's
trying to steal
business.
courier deliveries so
Yeah.
that he can be he's trying to get the largest market share of deliveries in the whole
Yeah.
delivery company. Because you only get paid if you're the team who makes it to the drop point.
Yeah.
That's good. So Ed he finds this new artifact, this many equipment, one of his many equipments, which turns out to be. Does it turn out to be something special, or is it literally just a future cosplay lightsaber?
It's crystal cores from the same aliens, and so it gives him a helpful vision of the future.
Oh, he does get a helpful vision of the future, and that's what kind of gives Ed's team the edge because they can deliver things really good.
It's a pretty neat system because at the end of every episode, Ed receives a helpful vision of the future that is a teaser for next episode in a cliffhanger.
Oh, that's good. So then we can just do a very easy that's just a very easy built-in on the next episode thing.
Yeah. He's like, woo! And then he sees a vision.
Yeah, so
we'll get Ed Sheeran to write the transition. That was just a
for sure.
placeholder.
Yeah, so Ed's still. I mean, do they still have their weird symbol titles? The warrior, the protector, the dreamer, and the builder.
Yeah, why not?
And then
we got all
those-
this other stuff.
Fizz is still building things. She makes a lot of their many equipments. Maybe some of their missions are she's like, guys, I need you to go. Okay. What if when an item gets returned, it just gets dumped in the digital, like lost and found, like the Badlands?
Yeah, well, the
or something?
recycle bin. We got that.
Oh, perfect. So then they like the couriers all have to like scout through the dangerous recycle bin. Hit me.
The recycle bin is a physical pawn shop that Fizz goes to.
Oh,
And it's called the recycle bin.
Okay,
But it's also where the stuff gets dumped at.
okay.
It's like picking through the dump.
Why does Ed get to keep his lightsaber when it's returned? Then
Wouldn't
wouldn't it have just gone to the recycle bin?
Well, there's like a digital window pops up in front of Ed's face that's like, please bring object to recycle bin.
And he does.
But then Ed gets the vision, and then he's like, I gotta keep this.
So maybe sometimes they go on so the recycle bin is a physical place.
Yeah, it's just like aisles and aisles of junk.
Okay, I like that for the humor. For the action I was imagining, that's less cool because I wanted them to have to go on missions where they're like scouting through the Badlands for good stuff. The Badlands of returned items. But this is better. So Fizz makes a lot of their many equipments from just returned items that she can digitally repurpose.
We mentioned Donatello before, and it's just Donatello.
Yeah, she's just Donatello, but a small, short little girl. Okay. Old school makes the boy, and he's his dad. I mean, there's not a lot of plot here. I don't know.
Yeah, we pretty much got it, I think.
I think we got it. For sure. I'd watch this show basically just rebooting Get Ed to be more about labor laws and digital content rights, and also, it's just, I love the idea of courier groups being street gangs that have to fight each other. It's very good. It's kind of like Premium Rush, but different. Remember Premium Rush?
Yeah, a little bit.
It's that Joseph Gordon-Levitt movie where he's a bike courier. But I think in that movie, he specifically, for some reason, gets a bomb, or that's more of I got caught up in a weird, bigger than myself conspiracy. So it's definitely not the same as that. Man, bike couriers aren't really a thing anymore, are they?
I don't think so.
Maybe we could bring them back.
Maybe deep in New York City or something.
Yeah, we'll bring them back with this show. All right, Frank, give me your final thoughts, and then I do need that good food pairing.
We're definitely gonna need a video game tie-in for a Tony Hawk-esque extreme sports game with all their stunt vehicles.
That'll be really good.
Yeah, that's something that was on my mind.
Okay, and then let's talk about food pairings. What kind of? I mean, given the colorful.
I mean, it's futuristic, right?
Very
so you got the only thing that we have access to from the future is the ice cream of the future.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say that.
Dots.
Yes, it's absolutely Dippin' Dots, the ice cream of the future, and you are going to drink Mountain Dew Pitch Black with it.
Mm-hmm. Because it's the most radical.
Whatever flavor of Dippin' Dots you want is fine. It's pretty fluid there. I mean,
Yeah, they mostly just all taste kind of the same.
That's incorrect. They are very distinct, and I will not have you besmirch the good name of Dippin' Dots, the ice cream of the future on this show. But it's an episode-to-episode judgment call based on what flavor you want. But Dippin' Dots are the ice cream of the future, and we will not speak ill of them on this show. I need a verbal confirmation that you understand the severity.
All right. We're not discounting the possibility of promotion there.
Promotion, and also just Dippin' Dots has done nothing wrong, and
that's fair. All right, I came at him hard.
All right, thank you so much, everybody, for listening. If you like the show, please give us a good rating and review on iTunes. That helps us out a ton. And if you know anybody who you think would like the show, please tell them about it. Until next time, I'm Scott Owen.
I'm Frank Serra.
And Frank, what's our password for next week?
Our password for next week is like, gotta go, Bones. Zip.